Ralston. Between the two, but a key feature. Wrexham. Smith. Blocked by Malander. O'Brien trying to play it through. Here's Malander again. He's very cool and composed in that holding midfield position when he stepped in. Berhalter. Sarmiento. He's put down some roots here at Middlesbrough now after a succession. Trying to feed it through the eye of a needle there. The gap just wasn't great at all. Here's Lancashire. That was dipping, but just not soon enough. Trying to bend it into that far top corner. But Ward knew that one was heading over. A bit more of a willing runner than Keeper Moore, who's on the bench, but you would imagine we'll see him at some point tonight. Might be the 60-minute mark before he comes on. Borges. Headed up there by Doyle. Formerly of England under-21 fame. Broadhead. Leaves it there for James, who messes things up somewhat. Here's Lancashire. Try a different way. Sarmiento. Stooping to clear was Doyle. Wrexham will be the happier of the two sides so far. They might not have had as much possession or as many shots on target as Middlesbrough, but you see that stat there about Wrexham's second League Cup game against Middlesbrough. It was John Neal who was in charge. It's a Ward. Viner. James as well in the end. Doyle saw the opportunity. Rathbone. First half plenty to it. Second half yet to really get going. Whittaker. Lancashire pointing where he wanted it. And it goes off the head of Doyle, somewhat unluckily there. He's behind for a corner. It's quickly taken. Wrexham not particularly well set in towards Lancashire. And Ward, even though he had to let it drop first time, made it look pretty simple second time around. Sarmiento gliding forward at his best. Still Sarmiento. Whittaker. Britain. Something is slowly building here for the Borough. A fizzy effort. Not on target though, and probably quite far wide away from the target in the end. Just blow hot and cold, Morgan Whittaker is capable of. When he scored in to make it a little bit difficult for himself. Well committed, and in the end, let's see exactly what happened. It was Doyle with some great footwork, and his ball slid down the side. Second man to go into the book. O'Brien was yellow carded before half-time. Bryn will take the him to wear the Middlesbrough shirt that he grew up wearing as a kid. James. Rathbone. There's a willing runner from midfield to get close to the likes of this man, Smith. Ailing. Berhalter. Castledine to Sarmiento. Berhalter urged the shoot and tried his best. A couple. And eventually the whistle goes from the referee. Well, Wrexham with a man down here. One or two Middlesbrough fans just starting to get a little bit restless here. Nicely worked, Morgan Whittaker. Oh, another defensive shambles, really. They'll be hoping to get it out of their system in this game rather than the league matches to follow. Still progression to fight for here in the Carabao Cup first round, as that one was put well wide by Berhalter, who had advanced. Scored in his only start at the World Cup against Turkey. Whittaker. The fans wanting to just drive there. A debut goal for Will Lancashire. Introducing Borough's new number 7. Who finishes like a number 9. And the hosts finally lead. Well, that was something special. Sarmiento with the initial work. Berhalter with the cushion back, and Lancashire showing he can do all sorts. On the volley. Swivelling, turning. And just look what it means to his new adoring public. And here come Wrexham. Rathbone, Imre, intercepted. I am taking no risks and returns it to Ward. Rathbone. Around 1,000 Wrexham fans just away to our left-hand side here, in the corner of this stand from where we're watching from. Long old trip for them on this Friday night. 3-hour journey back. Not the ideal way to start your weekend. Malanda. Sarmiento, they could do with a second here. Castledine lets it slip. Neat and tidy by Broadhead. Up onto Thomason, who needs support. Broadhead is that man. Ooh, a hefty challenge there on O'Brien after the ball had gone. Dealing with an ill-timed attempt to win it back. Perhaps lucky there not to get a yellow card. The line is marked. It's like a considerable 10 yards. Former Premier League left-back Ian Hart's watching on tonight from the posh seats. He is a football agent these days. Known for his ability from this kind of position as well. A free kick specialist in his day, the former Republic of Ireland international. So a change here sees the introduction of Ryan Longman for Wrexham. Here comes the free kick, but no danger to the Middlesbrough goal. It was the right foot in the end of Broadhead. It's Imre who's made way. He's quickly trying to get rehydrated. Maybe a change that would have been made no matter what the scoreline or situation. Given the fact he's only just arrived, Middlesbrough about to change too. Whittaker. Deflected. He spins narrowly wide. Lovely take initially. Set himself up for something special. Now the substitutions that are going to come before this corner can be taken. They had knocked it through quickly. Jeremy Sarmiento will be the first to come off here. It will be a debut for Carl Joseph, who's signed from Hull, who had to balance the books following promotion. And also the introduction here of George Edmondson. He's going to come on at the back, and it's A withdrawal on his debut for Max Afston, who's looked very solid and dependable. Plenty of movements. The referee trying to organise things in his own way. On your toes. Ayling makes the break. I am getting in another tangle with Edmondson. Corner, this time from the other side. Whittaker. Goalkeeper Ward always looks really commanding there, and the free kick given in his side's favour anyway. Lancashire, who does have a odd spate of disciplinary problems, has picked up a cheap yellow card there. Does get involved in stuff he really doesn't need to sometimes. And there's his first yellow card, the best, not quite worst of him, but certainly a negative side to his game. Back to the Championship, to set himself on his right instead of swinging with his left. Certainly made a good run, and the ball found him in the perfect position. And he went for glory. Sliced into the air there and hit on the volley. And Smith puts it off target. It's a nicely measured ball as well to him. There would have had to have been an amazing connection there to fire it home. Britton. Two in the box, Castledine. As well as Joseph, who's just come on. Whittaker. Berhalter. Little Borges. Keeper Moore about to come on. Bailey Kadamatari will join him. And Ben Whiteman will come on for his debut to complete the trio. So James will come off, as well as Smith. And Ollie Rathbone is the third to make way. Well, they're certainly going for the physical approach here. Whiteman will add some ball-playing skills in the middle as well. £3 million the reported fee that they paid Preston for him. As their captain, so that's a lot of chatter in the middle too. And I say physical approach for Wrexham, obviously Keeper Moore standing at just about 6'6", is a giant out there, but Phil Parkinson has also spoken in the last week or so about Bailey Cadamarteri and the physical edge that he can give them. So the former Sheffield Wednesday striker Danny. In comes the free kick, Edmondson free header. And it really should have been 2-0 and possibly game over. Of course, wouldn't have been reviewed, no VAR at this stage of the Carabao Cup. There won't be any VAR in the EFL League competitions this season either. Nothing agreed and approved by the clubs yet. I'm happy with the status quo. Much to the delight of millions of fans across the country. Back by Longman. Came on a while ago to replace Imre. A great goal. Great. In English football. Chance to bring up the century here as he comes on for Nathan Broadhead. Dining from We'll go up and give support now to Kiefer Moore, who turns 34 tomorrow. Ends. Wrexham instead. Happy to decide has been the goal for 150th legacy game coming up in the international break in October. They've already confirmed the likes of legends Jeremy, Tuncha as well. In the spotlight tonight. 10 minutes left. Much the sweatier than when he started. What is a very warm night here, 19 degrees or so in the northeast. It comes on. The cut. Or he would have been ages. But one come on here, at least a minute, because after that they've got to wait for the next break in play. O'Brien. Headed away well there by Ayling. Berhalter. Interests, as annoying as it might be. O'Brien, Doyle, still alive here for Wrexham. Clipped in, behind for a corner, welcomed in. Liverpool and instruct all the players and officials as to what was going to change. Ayling nods. Pretty busy north stand behind the goal, hoping that the net doesn't. Clipped in high by Longman. It's a nervy finish here for the home side. It's the final game in the Carabao Cup, still going on tonight. Championship side Wolves through, Stevenage also through. Bannister. Viner. A long ball. Get in there. Whiteman. It will just be a team at that point. Trying to cover as well. Certainly would have been a running race. Cartwright. This game develops. Now, can Middlesbrough secure their progression? Whittaker, Joseph, smart turn, Whittaker off the post. And that would have been that. Not to be in the end, but not far away. Whittaker on his swinger. Would have been maybe better serve going across goal there, but it was the near post that nearly caught goalkeeper Ward out. He will tell you he had it covered. Throw in here, a bit further forward than where Middlesbrough were expecting. Can Wrexham put some quality together in the final minutes here? There'll be a huge amount of added time, but certainly enough to be going on with in their quest to keep their League Cup season alive. They did go through on penalties against Hull at this stage last season, then beat Preston and Reading before they lost to Welsh rivals Cardiff. It's just their 8th League Cup match since they were promoted to the EFL in 2023. They've come a long way since then. Their only League Cup matches since they were relegated from the EFL back in 2008. It's been a long road back for them, but some road it's been in the last few years. Of course, the League Cup isn't what is going to define their season. For them, it's all about getting to the Premier League. Renovation still going on at their stadium to build a new cop behind the goal. And a club that is going from strength to strength year on year. Doyle. Doyle again. It drops into the arms of Bryn. Hellberg pretty animated in the closing moments here as we go into the final minute of the 90. Joseph buys his side some time. This is just ticking away now from Wrexham. They just don't look as though they've quite got enough. Remember, they are playing tonight without one of their best players in Josh Windass. Who knows how much of a difference he would have made. Now it's about how much his teammates can do in added time, which is about to be displayed any second now. We will have a 3 minutes added time, so not long at all, actually. +3 is all they get. No one wants to start their season with a defeat. This has been a very competitive game. A game with fine margins. It is going to go the way of the home side by the looks of things. The yellow card is out again here. This time it's for Doyle. More offside. And that the look of a man who knows that his side's chances are just about done here. And that man looks like he's got a winner on his debut. Stuff dreams are made of, really. We're hoping he gets plenty more as the season goes on. They've got Lincoln, who finished top of the pile in League One in their first league game, and then two teams who finished in the bottom four. The bottom five, rather, after that, Blackburn and West Brom. Who comes on here, only 17. You'll notice he hasn't got a sponsor on his shirt because of how young he is. They have a betting sponsor here at Middlesbrough. The regulations of the competition mean that players of that age can't have those kind of sponsors displayed on their shirt. Dealing in seconds here now. Maybe a last pump forward by Ward. They're battling and scrapping, but Middlesbrough almost there. They are now. Borough into the second round, thanks to a winning goal from Will Lancashire. The smile comes out eventually. Protests continue here from Wrexham, who aren't happy about something. But they go out in round one. And Middlesbrough march forward to round two, where they could welcome Premier League opposition here to the Riverside. Season that ended in the ultimate disappointment for Kim Helberg as they were beaten in the playoff final. But a new season that starts with a victory, albeit in the Carabao Cup. But winning breeds confidence. And for Phil Parkinson, it is a loss to kick things off. They'll have to put it behind them quickly. They're out of the cup. Middlesbrough still very much in it. It's finished here at the Riverside. Middlesbrough 1, Wrexham 0. Let's have a look back at the highlights here as Middlesbrough took on Wrexham in the first round of the Carabao Cup. This was their first major chance. Adilson Malanda. Lancashire was in there, but it was Malanda who got the touch. Saved by Ward. Not that he... Callum Dorr was a good threat in these kind of areas in the first half. And this ball in here deserved a little bit more than it got. Imre it was, attacking it at the far post. But totally miscuing. Lancashire with the ball in here to Sarmiento, who couldn't quite do what he wanted. And his reverse ball here found Smith. And that shot found the leg of Bryn. He could well be losing his place as the goalkeeper here at Middlesbrough. Radek Vitek expected to join from Manchester United, but for now he remains and did his job there. Ailing's ball went as far as Rathbone, who drilled it wide. A nice ball in there by Britton, headed over by Lancashire. He would have his say later in the game. Not yet, though. It remained goalless in the first half. Here, and Lancashire curling one. Just over the top and behind. But Lancashire's goal would come, and here it is. On his debut. Volleying it across goal into the corner. Great goal. He will have enjoyed that a lot. 10 million fee. He is starting to repay. To get a second, Lancashire again. Full of confidence by this point. Maybe took it too early. Whittaker hitting the post as they look to wrap up the win. It just wouldn't come for them, sorry. The Middlesbrough through. A slender win, but they all count.
Qualifications and potential protests. Just a reminder, Gary Card, the silver medalist in the 100 metres for Jamaica, has been disqualified for a lane infringement that looked very, very tight to the naked eye, so we won't be giving you the full list of qualifiers just yet until we know for certain what's happened with the various protests. We may yet get instalment 2 of Taylor against Card, but at the moment, as it stands, he will not be in the semis. Obadeli Thompson's son, Amir, proves apples don't fall far from the tree. Ide with a huge PB. Moomin Thala ran brilliantly on the inside. Jake Odie Jordan will be there, despite looking a little bit wobbly. Lots of personal bests. The silver medalist from the 100 metres is still disqualified, so he will not be in the semis. Tate Taylor, this is his best event. He's bidding for double gold after winning the 100 metres. Well, it's been a fabulous 4 hours. Blue skies above, hearts full of aspirations, and many going home with PBs and national under-20 records. Hayward Field just keeps on delivering again and again. If you've missed the morning, this was it. So much drama. 16 heats in the women's and men's 200s. Some explosive action in the 110 hurdles. It's been wonderful, and it's about to get even better. Among the finals tonight, the 400s, 3,000 meters. We're absolutely loving this edition of the World Under-20 Championships, and we hope you are as well. See you again very soon.